We about to get it in. Day. I don't know why we're having network issues like that. That's a little bit crazy to me, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Just trying to hold it, can't put me down. Let's go ahead and say over Prime. All right. And so Overprime is now being streamed. Enable that. I don't need this one up no more. However, I don't need it either. Yeah, it's fine. Short restream stuff, but stuff's not important. Okay. Leave the chat over here on the other window. Alright, I want to say I saw it. We almost, it's almost done. Sure, I guess you come on that side. Guess it wouldn't really matter too much now, would it? Alright, so what do we gotta do here? So I know that my item, yeah, I gotta fix the item one. That's good. Okay. Oh man, where'd the docs go? Okay, well then I guess I am I guess I could just put up Twitch. Twitch is the one that like us staring like biggest. All my docs are gone. I don't know why all the docs are gone, but you know it is what it is. At this point, it don't matter. Everything wants to keep me down, guys. Everything just keeps on trying to keep me down. So at least I'm just so we can, y'all can stay like right there. I have no idea. We'll figure it out though. Okay, let's Ill Gotten Gains. Thanks for the follow, brother. Appreciate it. We're just here doing a very, very slow stream today. No codes. Oh man. I don't know why my internet dropped. See? System trying to keep me down, man. Wait. I think today we'll start sending out, we'll try to hit up the community to see if there's anybody that's feeling ambitious to like give the website a spin to like get some builds going, and then like that'll give me some good testing ground to make sure everything is indeed working correctly. Then if everything's good, then I can open it up. So I said it once the functionality stuff is all squared away. The only thing that's just be left for me to do is to then actually populate it with actual game data. Actual game data one is the one that's gonna probably be like watching paint dry, because I'm gonna have to sit there and go into the game. I'm at the screenshot all of the item builds that's there. Item builds, sorry. All of the items, like the icons, including the hero icons. And then after that, I'm gonna have to then I gotta actually go through the training ground, and this is where it's gonna get even more terrible. I'll have to go through the training ground in order to grab the stats of every single hero at every single level the hero has, which you're going to see why in a second once the website's up and going. Because like I said, I got a lot of like cool little features I implemented on the item build website. So it'll be one of those growing pains kind of thing. Okay, I think everything's just about ready. Everything looking good. Everything's looking good. Should I just do like a new tab here? Let me see something. Use a black screen. Let me use paint to make a black screen here. Nobody sees it quite yet. Alright, 1 minute left. 1 minute. Everything's looking good. Okay, server's up. Server is up. Probably should start shooting the. Oh, I think. Does this Discord even still work? Is the question. Oh no, it still works. It's still good. Okay. So cool. So then because that's probably where I'm gonna start directing people to be able to get going. Okay. I don't know why my thing's dropping. Why it still keep dropping internet like that. I'm gonna have to, I'm probably after I get off the stream, I'm probably gonna end up buying a new router. That's probably what's just gonna end up happening. I think my router's finally kicking it. I've had my router for like 5, 6, maybe 7 years now. So yeah, it's probably about that time. And I already know the router I'm gonna get to, so that'll be good. I just hope that it works. Yeah, so let's go ahead now. Let's unveil the website, right? So just real quick, guys. All right, let me quick before I show this website. All right, so kind of like I said, guys, that so one of the things I realized about streaming, all right, I guess on a super old router, is that I guess if you got too many things pulling at the same time, that it can get a bit problematic. So let me just we cut some things off real fast. These two off. I don't have anything else on. Yes, okay. Now getting back to the website, right? All right, so look. Unless there's like some templates, some CSS templates I can grab real quick to just something up real quick. Everything's going to look very bare bone as far as like visual fidelity goes. The visual fidelity stuff is going to come later. I need the website to work, that people can, sign up, log in, build game builds, right? Item builds. That stuff actually saved to the server. The server actually able to then grab that information to then populate the website and all that good stuff, right? And then all stuff, right? Then people being able to actually click on it to actually view the build, for it to render properly, all that stuff. All of that is crazy amount of work, bruv. Thousands and thousands of lines of code, all done by yours truly, and we're getting there. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's get in. All right. So, don't need to save that. Okay. So this is the website here, right? Like I said, right now, bare bones until like you get to pretty it up and whatnot, right? But basically, vision, right? Vision, you go website, you go into the website, You know, you get this this little section here that's going to have like the item builds, as far as like the builds people have been publishing. Yeah, you know, you can click between the newest builds, so the newest ones that people have just published, updated ones, right? So like any builds that people like, any builds that's been published for a while now and people have been updating, and which would be important, right? You could be important in case you're following a particular build and you know the game gets updated, right? You want to see if the whoever made it, right, put it updated it for the new meta that might have been now put into play, right? And then of course most popular builds, right? So you know, if there's a particular build for a particular character that is up there in votes, right, you can also look at that too, see like, hey, you know, for this character, who got you know, which one's like the best like rated build. And I also did that kind of for trolling safeguards too, because once I get that part of the functionality set, I was looking at the Overprime Discord, and it had dawned on me, somebody had mentioned that like, I guess some item builds on another website were like mostly troll builds, I guess. I don't know if that meant like the person using the build trolling the enemy team, or is this like the actual person who made the build on the website is just a troll, right? That kind of stuff. So if you happen to come across a troll build, right, you can downvote it. Of course, you need to have an account in order to be able to downvote. But if you downvote it, right, then I can push it down off of the thing. Anything that gets like a negative, I might maybe periodically myself take a look at it to see if I can discern if it's an actual legit troller or not, and handle it accordingly, right? But otherwise, you know, just as far as like what you see, you'll be able to push it down. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into the site, right? So you know, if you don't have an account, obviously you'll be able to sign out. You do got to click on the login thing right now in order to get to the sign up. I'm kind of like in between where I would just put straight up sign up at right now, but you get the idea, right? So I'm gonna log in. I guess let me take this part out real fast, and boom, right? We're now logged in, and okay, yeah, we're back at the screen. Maybe I might make it go to account right now. Search, contact, and account tabs don't work. I haven't gotten around to doing those yet. We're going to actually be doing those somewhat live on this stream today, just so we can get that out the way. But yeah, you know, the meat of what people will be able to access will be between the builder and the actual item builds that might have been populated. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go into builder. All right, I'm hoping this all works right, because I got most of the stuff working maybe like 30 minutes ago. Last minute changes, right? There you go, right? So you hit the builder website, and then boom, right? You come here on the site, and first thing you're going to be greeted by is, you know, it's going to ask you, hey, you can start by selecting the hero. I have it defaulted to phase, right? But you'll be able to select all of the heroes, which, you know, once I get around to actually populating the server with all the actual heroes and all the items, right? Obviously this will be populated with all the heroes, right? But right now I got like, you know, I got Aurora, you know, I got Aurora, Countess, FaZe, and it doesn't look like it, but that's supposed to be Murdoch, right? Because I just needed a fourth character for testing or something. But yeah, so you see, like, I clicked on Aurora, right? Her image changed. Her stats, right? These are her stats from the game, right? At level 1. Oh my gosh, why is there so much space here? Oh, it's because of the image here. It's because of you. Big Apple. Like I said, visual stuff, guys, we'll clean up later, right? Because I need some recommendations from people and see, like, you know, what people kind of like or settle on. Anyway, but yeah, here's the biggest thing, right? The biggest thing is these stats, bro. Because let me tell you something. You know, implementing these stats won't easy. It was not easy. But here we go, right? So now you'll be able to, on this site, when you click on a hero, you'll actually be able to view the stats that hero actually has in game, and it's going to be per level that they're at. So this is a level 1 Aurora, you know, and of course, like I said, when I actually got actual all the heroes and stuff on it, the data would be accurate, because like I don't know if these are her actual like physical power stats. They were when I originally made her, but this was a while ago, like maybe an update or two ago. So like don't pay too much mind to like, you know, these are her actual stats right now. It will be later. But anyway, you know, we'll be able to come here, you know, you can change her level, right? And then look, see, 94. I mean, so go back there. See, her level 1 physical power is 62.8. Level 10, all right, she got 94. All right, that's gonna be really cool for the people that want you know, really want to see that information for her builds. And one of the nice things is, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll start throwing some items in her slot, and you can see right off the bat here, right? Look, see her power stats change again. I have the stats for the items as well, and you will actually be able to see the combined stats, right, of the hero's level, and the whatever items you got in her item belt, his or her item belt, right there for you to see. So I thought that was cool, you know what I'm saying? So you do have to click on an item. So here, so I clicked on what is this again? Fruit of Greed. Click on Fruit of Greed, and you can see, hey, look, see, it adds 100 physical power and 15 magical penetration. So if I come here and let me clear that off, right now she has 94.2 physical power, no magical penetration, right? So if I go here, add that, and these are draggable, right? So I did that for keyboard people, you know, keyboard for computer people. So the computer people, and look, see, now her magical penetration is 15 and her physical power is 194. See? So I say, you know, we get those combined stats. Now for my people that might be on mobile phone, fear not, because I could have made this a drag. No, don't know why it's disconnecting this bad today. I don't know why it's disconnecting this bad today. Let me take a second real quick. It's not going to take me long. Let me just kind of exit some things on my streaming computer. So I have I'm doing a dual PC setup right now. Kill the Plex here. Do a dual PC setup. So unfortunately, like I have for efficiency purposes, that's clearly not working right now, right? I have the laptop. I have my Surface Book, which is the I can't remember what model, which one I have. I think it's the third one, right? I have that doing the streaming, while my desktop computer would do all of the heavy lifting for video game and whatnot. Excuse me. So hold on, we're all figure it out. But okay. All right, we're back up. That's it, guys. I am sorry that it is going in and out like that right now. Like I said, I'm probably literally after this stream, I am probably going to end up ordering a new router, because it's my router. My router is going bad after 5 to 7 years of use, I guess. So, but yeah. So let's get back to it. So, excuse me. So here we go, right? So yeah, so see, like you say, I can click on these, you know, you can click on a slot and boom, right? You'll be able to add you know, set item for my mobile phone users. I did go through quite a lot to make sure that it was somewhat functional. If for whatever reason you pull this up on a phone, which let's simulate right here, right? So here we go, the Galaxy S20. You can kind of see here, right? The stats. I say, you know, the stats drop, which, you know, ain't nothing special, but let me tell you, right, as somebody who is visually uninclined here, this was a little bit of work here. All right, let me just say that, right? But yeah, see, you'll be able to easily select the heroes, right? You still be able to see she looks good at this side screen. The slots, they're a little bit crunched up. I see that, like I said, you know, there's just stuff we'll just have to clean up. Oh, that's just because of the background coding, right, for testing. obviously once when this goes like live, yeah, some of the testing stuff I have will go away, like the borderlines and these background colors. But yeah, you'll see here, you'll still be able to select the items. Good. There you go, right? You see items come up just good, and you still see item slots. So yeah, so everything's still looking good. And yeah, so listen, so the mobile stuff should hopefully still look good to you guys when you guys come to look at it. Now let's move on, right? So here we go. So now let me just make her a funny build here. Dun, 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 dun. Leave her at level 10. The intent behind the level thing was for you to see, for the person making the build to see what the stats are. But then when you publish this, the intent is for you to actually set this to like whatever level you think the person who adopts this build should be at by the time they're able to build this up. So like, if I'm rocking a particular build, I'll be like, hey, you should be doing your thing. Whereas by like level 15, you have the full build in place, so that's there. And then you see here, she got 2,500 physical power, man. She's a beast. But let's go through here. All right, so enter a name for a build, and we'll say trial website build 1. Okay, so I'm actually putting parentheses full because we're gonna. So this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to reset the router, and if that works, hopefully the disconnecting will stop. But obviously the stream is going to stop for a bit because it's going to take a minute for the router to cut back on. So let's let me just get into my router real fast. And great. That's it. So I'm gonna wait till it disconnects. If it disconnects me one more time, like I said, I'm gonna reboot the router, and then we will hopefully that fixes it. Right? So let's try and continue once more with the site. So yeah, so like I said, if you end up using the site for your own builds, and you don't want to publish anything, I allow that too, right? So, that's why you're given the option, hey, is this build going to be public or are you going to keep it private, right? The private thing also too, you can use that to your, like if you're putting in a lot of information and you might be scared of losing it, like, I don't know, your power go out or something, you could just mark it private, hit submit, so you're saving it. And then when you're ready to go public after getting it right, then you can switch it to public and go there. I do need to set this up to where if you do try to do that, because right now I think this is actually I did change it. So yeah, so if you do that, originally the issue was going to be that it was going to just create a new build each time you hit submit, but I already did the background, the back end stuff, so that it'll just update the build you're working on. I just, for visual purposes, I would like the submit button to change the name to save button, right? So just something I forgot to we'll get that later. But yeah, so here we go, right? So trial website build 1, we're gonna mark it private. I will just mark it public right now, right? Quick description, right? This is the first trial build, right? So first trial build, testing the website with everything made. So this section is supposed to be, we're still up, right? Yeah, cool, we're still up. This section is supposed to be for you to give a quick summary of this build you're making, right? So just if within 150 characters, what can you say about this build as far as all the things it's covering and what it's doing, right? So you just whatever it is. Then here in the full description, right? Full description is where you're gonna now actually start entering all the information about the build, how you wanna do it, right? So this build will be a killer, right? So this is gonna be our killer build. Killer build 101, right? 101 but one of the nice things is that I spent the time to get the text editing stuff up, right? And that one was a bit of a beast, let me tell you. But But you will actually be able to kind of, you know, dress up whatever it is you're writing up. You'll be able to dress it up nicely with some of these tools. And then of course I'll keep an ear out if people want some other text editing tools that they know are available. This one that I'm using is from a library called Quill. So if you're familiar with Quill, or just know of just some text editing stuff that you want to see if I can get added, just, you know, you'll hit me. I'll get all this set up so where you'll be able to kind of make your recommendations, suggestions, right? I'll look at them, try to get them implemented, and then, you know, we're all good all good in the hood. All right. But yeah, so see, you'll actually be able to dress up your stuff. And one thing I do realize after I got this working, I never tested to actually see if the build viewer, where we're actually going to view the builds as a regular person, if that actually pull the information properly, but we'll find out, I guess. Yeah, is this italicized? Oh yeah, it is italicized. You just can't even see it. But yeah, see, so, you know, we'll be able to format it how you want to be able to write your stuff out of your build. Now here we go in the meat and potatoes of said build website, right? Like I said, we're now entering the almighty customize section. So here, like, do we want to make a starting build for our item build that we are currently making? Click back over here so I can just make sure things are looking okay. You tell me we do. So let's go ahead. We're going to starting build, right? So what's the starting build we're going to do, right? Assuming that these were like beginner items like the potions and wards, you know what I'm saying? We, you know, we'll fill that out and then we'll be like, hey, you know, hey, this is the starting items you want to start with. To cover yourself, and because this is the current meta, try to be realistic here. So cool, right? So yeah, so we got our starter build, you know, that's all cool and everything. You know, I'm sure other sites probably do that too. Now look, would you like to add a scenario to this stage of the game? So if you kind of peeped it, you see I have right here starting stage of the game. I have starting stage, mid stage, and then end stage of the game, right? What I have there is that, like, you can actually break up your build that you're making, and you can segment it to different stages of the game. Hence is why it's that right there, right? So, you know, beginning of the game where, like, you know, you might be focusing on one strategy or needing to do this and that, right? And then you need to transition then to the mid stage where people starting to get some items, gold, right? Or some gangs starting to get got. Then of course the end stage. So here, you know, I'm at, hey, do you want to add a scenario to this stage of the game? So now what do I mean by scenario? Well, let's go into our what if scenario maker. What if? So let's look here and see. So here, I got it here, right? So you're able to make a scenario for the beginner build. So like, I'd be like, okay, so this is for, what character is for? This is for Aurora, right? Aurora, from what I remember, and like I said again, I'm like an update 2 behind. Aurora is a tank. She's a tank character, and I believe she goes into the solo lane. So now, what if, you know what? Let me just start with some music. What if everything is going good? Right, let me just so I can play around a little bit, right? So everything's going good. Well, you know, great job. You can go ahead and continue to do your thing and transition to the mid game when ready. Right, boom. Right, that's, you know, that's easy enough, right? I let you add currently an infinite number of scenarios. Hopefully that don't get abused, but we'll find out. But that'll be easy to like ban, you know. Just keep that in mind. All right, so scenario 2. I'm Aurora tank in the solo lane. What could happen? What if I'm fighting ADC? What if I am fighting, and I'm gonna leave it right there because, right, keep this that I also implemented. let's say it is actually Murdoch. I don't have a picture for him right now, but I do have his representation currently. Like I said, her right here, she is to represent Murdoch right now. Well, but this, so I'm making this scenario to be specifically about a particular character that you might be fighting, right? I asked the question here: does this scenario involve an enemy hero? Specific enemy hero? It does. So I'm gonna check this box and see this little box come up. So now I'm gonna come here, and if you look and see, I should probably move. Well, there's gonna be a lot of heroes. I'm gonna when I get around to it, because I'm just done with this page right now. Remove that center. But yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is actually Murdoch. I'm targeting Murdoch, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select him here, so I get to select him, right? And I'm gonna be like, if I'm fighting Murdoch. Now Murdoch has, he got these nasty abilities like them homing missile things, man. Them things that suck. And I see that after threatening my computer or my router for about to reboot it, it looks like it's good now. Hasn't dropped yet. So we're making progress. Look at that. Getting back to it, right? So let's say if in dealing with that scenario, I just want to pass a message that, hey, what you need to do, right? Well, now you got it, right? See, I can select the hero and then I can type what I want. Let's say if I want to actually establish a whole different item build, I can select that. So then does the scenario involve an alternative item build? Like, let's say like if it was Murdoch, right? And let's say there was an item or two that I can swap out or use that would help me beat them. So then I can go ahead and be like, okay, well, instead of the let's pretend like this is like whatever start item, whatever you need to use, right? Be like, well, instead just get these items instead here, right? And then I can explain that. Instead go with this initial set to help you try and counteract. I don't even know if that's even how you spell that. Oh, I guess it is. Help you counteract Murdoch's hit. Boom, right? And there we go. See? And that's it. And then this, you just wait till we get to the build viewer. It's gonna look real nice. It is gonna look really nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove this black box. Oh, Jesus. But yeah. And like I said, so and I got the same thing for the mid game, right? So let's go ahead and let's make a mid game build. And by the way, most of this stuff is optional. The only thing that's required, besides what's actually said required, because there's only these two that say required. What is required is going to be you having at least one item in the item belt. So one item in the item belt, and excuse me. Yeah, I'm tired, man. It's almost 3:30 in the morning. You have a one item in item belt, and then you gotta have something, for build name and the quick description. Full description you don't. But yeah, and then everything else after that is optional. So just so you know. So that includes that if you wanted to just make a starter build and be like after that figure it out on your own, or you want to just make a mid game or just an end game build, like maybe like a prelude to your final build setup here, you'll be able to do that. And I give you that full flexibility to be able to get that going. So let me fix that up. Right, so let me just be like, hey, you should at this point have these items here. You're cool. You should have these items at this point. Otherwise, focus on gold, right? Just say that, right? Cool. And then we're going to make a scenario. So boom, we're also going to add a scenario. And like I say, you can do this for all of them. Starting phase, mid phase, end phase. Right? I'm hoping that we get some really creative people that really take advantage of this stuff to like really pass on some good information and gems. Like help people out, man. Help people out. But so let me just cool over there because I was testing, right? Mid what if, right? So now what if well actually I'm actually put something else on. So now what if what if the enemy hero and H enemy hero I am oh I don't know why I feel like I got like bit. The enemy hero I am fighting is using because you know the last one didn't show was the enemy item. Alright. What if there's a particular item that the what's his face the enemy hero you're fighting against, right? They're using. So oh, there's an ad coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and snooze that so that way people that are watching, you guys will be the people do not like us, man. See, I don't know why my stream is disconnecting like this. And like I said, if it disconnected again, I was gonna reboot, but I'm gonna give it one more chance just because I got a couple of you guys on some of the other platforms I'm streaming that are viewing. So let me give it one more shot, and if not, then I'll take a 5-minute hiatus to reboot the router. But getting back to it, I'll hit up the Discords and some other people's communities to let people know that the website is up for alpha testing. What that entails is that people will I'm a make a thing where like people can request a invite. Anybody will be able to publicly view the website, but not everybody's going to be able to sign up because I'm gonna restrict the sign up thing. And what I'll do is I'll create the accounts, pass the information to the people that I'm letting get access, right? And then the people that have access will be able to then create the builds. They'll be able to create the builds, and that way I can get some good live testing going to make sure that everything indeed works, there's no issues. And then once that part is done, that's gonna be like a day or two, or maybe 3, or maybe 4. After that, then I'm like, all right, everything's cool. We'll get the sign up thing up and going, and then yeah, or re-enable the sign up thing because the sign up thing's already good. And then there we go. We're officially just about public, more or less, So yeah, so we'll get to that, hopefully in the next couple of hours, I think. Depending on how this goes, we'll see. This should only be like the onesie twosie things I just need to fix that I'm gonna do live, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, so here we go, right? So we made the scenario. Scenario has the hero item that you're making it for, that you're letting the person you're making this build for know that, hey, in case the person you're fighting in your lane is using this cheesy item, right? You might want to consider building, instead of sticking with this build, show them that, hey, right, instead focus on getting these items set up, right? And then boom, right? You have that going, and cool. Now we're gonna hit submit. Now here's where we're gonna get into our live phase here, because I don't know just how quite this will work after I fixed up so much stuff. So let me get my website code here. You see, I got a lot of, bro. I got so much tabs of stuff and like thousands of lines in each one to get all this stuff working. So let's take a look and see. Let's see if we can get we can get her in. So I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to hit. I was going to hit submit, but one thing I am going to do first, real quick, is let me go to the main page so I can. I'm gonna have to paste and go. Let me get back to the main page real quick here. All right, so I can see that. All right, let's submit and see what happens. Hopefully this works out and we will be good to go. Submit. And just like that, right? My first error, because I forgot the, okay. So let's see, build saver, unexpected end of Jason at 483. Okay, so first thing I'm going to want to do is let me check my error logs here. I'm on my other monitor. Syntax error, was this at this time? This was at this time. Unexpected, blah, 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 at 94. So yeah, changed up so much. All right, so it disconnected again. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take a quick 5-minute hiatus. I am going to reboot the router real fast to see, hopefully that stops it. And like I said, the router that takes the router about like legit minute or so before it's back up and running. But the stream should just come back on. OBS should just get the stream back up when that's once the internet is back up. But yeah, so let's go ahead now, and I'm gonna put it on the be right back. We will boot up or reboot the router, and we'll be back, guys. And this would be a good time for me to get a snack too, because guys, I am starving. 3:30 in the morning. Your boys is hungry. So hold on, and be right back here. All right, and what's the desktop audio mix? Okay. Man, I got a black screen. Why is this not coming up? Oh man, I wonder what's hold on, guys. I'm just curious why this isn't working now. Man, everything just not trying to work, bruv. I don't know why. Refresh browser when seen, shut down source when not visible, right? Let me just jump back. Let me jump back. Oh, see, now it came up. It came up. Oh yeah, see, and I got me up now, right? Ooh, am I lagging like that? I hope I'm not lagging that bad. Ooh, I look kind of bad. I don't know why I look like so sharp and pixelated like that, but we'll fix that when we get around to it. One step at a time, guys. Just bear with us. But yeah, let me get that. All right, we're rebooting the router. Oh hey, Finpecia, what's going on? Good to see you. We're gonna reboot. We gotta reboot our router real fast because I don't know why it keeps disconnecting us. But we will just hang tight. Give us literally 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, let me get here. All right, rebooting.